Hello legends, welcome back to Link's Funko Pop Idol. Today is the Star Wars semi-final. So hello legends, nice to see you. Yes it is. Today is the Star Wars semi-final. Excited for this. Lots of you guys said you wanted to see a Star Wars semi-final, so here it is. I don't have the biggest Star Wars pop collection yet. As you can see, there's a gap in the shelf where I've had to take them off the shelf because I don't have loads and loads of Star Wars pops. It's definitely a collection I'm going to expand real soon. But yeah, basically, if you haven't watched Pop Idol before, what we do is we are trying to decide my best pop in my collection. In the final, you guys are going to decide what is Link's Funko Pop Idol 2020. So make sure on all my social media, which is at Link Gooding, so you can get involved in that because that's probably where the voting will take place. There is one more semi-final after this, which will be next Friday at 6 PM GMT. And then the final will probably be the Friday after, provided that I work out the voting and that sort of stuff. So anyway, Star Wars semi-final. This is split into 4 rounds, and then there'll be one pop going through to the final for a chance to be Link's Funko Pop Idol 2020, which is obviously prestigious. So would you like to meet the players? Contestant number 1 is the Futura R2-D2. Contestant number 2, BB-8. Contestant number 3 is Kylo Ren. Contestant number 4 is the Futura Darth Vader. Contestant number 5 is the 2016 New York Comic Con exclusive Bistan. So the first round is the fun factor round. In this round, we're going to discuss how fun is the design of the character. So we're going to start off with the Futura R2-D2. Now, one slight change to this episode is that this is in box. Normally we take all the pops out of the box, but because these are sealed inside like a plastic stack, I don't want to take these out of the case, basically. So the Futura ones won't be out of box, but all the other ones will be out of box. So there's the design. Try and get the reflection out of the way. That's R2. You know, you got the blue, and it looks cool. You know, he's got the blue, like a black and white sort of zebra pattern with some little blue additions. It says special edition. It was an Amazon exclusive in the UK. It's pretty fun. I like R2. I like the pattern on it. I think Futura has made it interesting and different to R2, so I'm going to give that 8 out of 10. Next up, this little guy is BB-8. Now, as you can see, he has a bobblehead, as all the Star Wars Funko Pops do. It's a cool little design. The Star Wars ones are always on a podium as well, if anyone's wondering what that is. I'm going to give BB-8 a 7 out of 10. It's a fun little guy. Up next, we have Kylo Ren. This is a great design. He's got the sort of smashed mask with all the red detailing on that mask. It's got the dents in as well. If that picks up on camera, hopefully it does. You can see the dents in his camera, and it has the cross guard lightsaber. It's a cool design, this one. I'm going to give Kylo Ren's fun factor an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have the Futura Darth Vader. What do we think of him? Now, it's a cool design because it's graffiti. So the Futura ones, for people that don't know, they're designed by a graffiti artist called Futura. He basically does the designs, and then Funko puts it on the figures that already existed. It's cool, you know. It's got like a grey sort of pattern with some red dots on. I'm going to give the Futura Vader a 7 out of 10. The reason it's not as high as the R2 is the colours are very similar to the original Darth Vader colour scheme. So he doesn't stand out that much compared to what he maybe could if he got a more varied design. And last but not least, we have Bistan. Now he's got his gun. He's got his like sort of happy little face, or angry face really. Red eyes. They've tried to make him look fluffy. I'm gonna give Bistan a 6 out of 10 because it's not really a character that I love, so I don't feel as excited by the design, if that makes sense. So unfortunately, Bistan is the lowest scoring pop in this round, so Bistan is going home. Round number 2 is the recognizability round. In this round, we're looking at, can you tell what this character is? Is it who it is designed to be? Is it obvious? So, we are going to be starting up with the R2-D2 again. Can you tell that's R2-D2? No. Not very well, because the colour scheme is so different to the original R2-D2 there. I think the picture on the back will show you the colour scheme pretty well. That is not recognisable as R2-D2. I know it says R2-D2, but it's not. That's not clear. That's R2-D2, and there's lots of other astromech droids in Star Wars, and the thing that defines them is the coloration. So he's only going to get 6 out of 10. Next up is BB-8. Now he looks good, doesn't he? Is he recognisable? Yes. This is one of the most recognisable pops. It's not that popified. It's only really the eyes that have got any differences. But that very recognisable. BB-8 is going to be an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have Kylo Ren. Now this is clearly Kylo Ren. The additional scratches to the helmet might make him a little bit less recognisable because of how red they are, and some people might not have seen maybe the most recent film. The crossguard lightsaber, he's the only person that's ever had a crossguard lightsaber in the sort of canonical films. So that's recognisable. The cape, the mask, everything about this screams Kylo Ren. So he's going to be getting a 9 out of 10. Now, the lowest score so far is 6, which means if Darth Vader scores 6 or less, R2-D2 will be leaving Funko Pop Idol 2020. What are we going to give Darth? Get up nice and close for the design. The thing with this is, although he's changed a lot from the original design, that is still very clearly Darth Vader because of the grey, like the very dark grey tone used. Don't know if that picture helps at all. But yeah, it's a very dark black with dark grey and red, which is still them sort of Sith colours, so you can still tell it's Darth Vader. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10, which means it is with deep regret. A fan favourite's got to go. R2-D2 is leaving us. I'm sorry, I had to kill off a fan favourite, but for me, the Futura Vader is just that bit more recognisable. Round 3 is the detail round. This is about how much detail have Funko put into the character. So we're going to be starting up with BB-8. Now, as you can see, there is... Oh, camera doesn't like focusing. There we go. BB-8 is recognisable, and that is BB-8, but it's not that detailed. It's just a circle with some orange on. There's no little Easter eggs in the design. So I'm going to give him 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Kylo Ren. Now, there's a lot of detail here. Like I said, you've got the mask, sort of crevice. It's not a crevice. I can't think what you call the holes in the mask. It's like where it's been glued back together. Anyway, you've got that. You've got the crossguard lightsaber is a great detail, and it's accurate as well. Like even the, don't know if you can see that. There's no way the camera's going to want to focus on that, is there? No, but the base of the hilt is the same shape as the actual lightsaber, which is a massive bit of detail. I'm going to give Kylo Ren's level of detail an 8 out of 10. Now that means if the Futura Vader gets more than 6, we will be saying goodbye to BB-8. Now the Futura Vader, what we're given the detail here, well, it's going to be difficult to show you through a glass box, but he still has the chest plate. This particular one, the red has managed to fall on the chest plate. Like, all of these are a bit different. So every Futura Vader is very slightly different in its pattern. I managed to pick one out which had got a red dot on the chest plate, which looks kind of like the voice box chest plate that Vader actually has. So I was pretty happy with that. The dark black eyes are more traditional Darth Vader, and the shape and everything. And Darth Vader's shape isn't replicated. Like, Vader's helmet is Vader's helmet. So I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. And that means it is with regret we're going to be saying goodbye to BB-8. It's a difficult process having to like cull fan favourites, but there can only be one Funko Pop Idol 2020. So round 4 is the judge's decision round. Now this is a strange judge's decision round because it's like the Master and the Apprentice. Like, you've got Darth Vader and the guy that always wanted to be Darth Vader. I don't know. Like, Kylo's the lightsaber. Darth Vader is the character. He's the Sith. He's the dark force user of this franchise. This is a very tight one. It's very difficult for me because I actually do love both characters. Well, unfortunately, Kylo Ren, it might be you. Now that means Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, it might be you. The person going through to the final of Link's Funko Pop Idol 2020 is Darth Vader. Now there's a couple of reasons. I feel Darth Vader is the more iconic Star Wars character to recognise and to like represent Star Wars in the Star Wars category. Also, it's Futura, and I really like the Futura graffiti designs of the pops. So that's another reason why Darth Vader is making it through to the final of Link's Funko Pop Idol 2020 to represent Star Wars. Next week's episode is a very, 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 very exciting episode. It's the wild cards. So every week there's been a theme. There's been a Harry Potter round, a Disney round, a Marvel round, a Star Wars round. Next week is the wild cards. Next week, just about anyone could turn up to vie for a place in the final of Link's Funko Pop Idol 2020. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you are tuning in next Friday at 6 PM GMT so you do not miss that. It's real soon. It's must see because it's the wildcard round. It could be anyone. It could be anyone you see here. It could be people that have already been on the show. It could be people that have auditioned that you haven't seen yet. It could be absolutely anyone or anything. It could be pops that have never featured on the channel before. So the wildcard round is going to be wild. I promise you. It is must see. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you watch it. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you go follow my social media, which is @LinkGooding, so you can get involved in voting for the winner of Funko Pop Idol 2020. Thank you for watching today. I've been Link, you've been my legends, and I will see you all real soon. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. If you've enjoyed that, you can click up here and you can watch another video of mine. Or if you really love it, if you really, really love it, or even if you just like it a little bit, go down here and subscribe to the channel. It means you'll never ever miss what is coming up real soon.